Well, G. Free all my niggas behind the wall. I'ma fuck on the word and free them all. She don't think I'm a dog till you see a pile. With his pride move forward like pick us out. I heard somebody say some competition while I wouldn't smoke you with all of y'all. Me and T was in the cell, getting hated cell. If it was hell, we ain't calling y'all. I've been stacking my paper since I've been out. All the evil shit, man, I can't talk about. Just be in the bank and I'm walking out. If you see me in front, you walk around. I see the dope shit like.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Sports Talk with your boy Carson. I got my man Reese Robinson here with me, and we about to kick off another episode. Today we got a lot to talk about. Well, not too much, but enough. Today's episode is sponsored by Network Cincinnati. You can download the app, the netcincyapp.com, where you'll see all our exclusive content. We got a lot that's brewing, a lot of episodes, and we're constantly adding more episodes week by week. So definitely go ahead and get your subscription and tune in. It's also sponsored today by Gumbo Medical. Couple announcements. Definitely tune in to the Maps podcast. That's music artists and producers. And then the Funny Man Graham, OG Played It, comedy special that's airing now at the moment as well. So, first of all, how you feeling? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great, man. Way better than yesterday.
What was going on yesterday?
Nah, just every day.
Oh, okay.
Feel better than yesterday.
Yeah, you gotta definitely wanna, feel better today than the previous day. Yeah, absolutely. So, a few things, just kind of give you a rundown what we're gonna talk about today. We'll talk a little bit about who's the best duel, the 1-2 punch in the NBA. NBA season is heating up. So we're going to talk about a lot of debate questions today. So not necessarily more so on concrete stats, but more so on opinion. We're going to talk about, who's better between Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. We're going to dive into, because LeBron just recently became the player with the third most games played in NBA history. We're going to, definitely, we get LeBron his flowers every week. It seems like every week we talking about LeBron. So we're going to dive into that. We're going to talk about the upcoming, NFL draft that's coming up. And with that, we're going to pivot to, the top receivers in NFL history, because this receiving core is kind of up and down this year in the draft. So we'll kind of dive into that a little bit. We'll talk about OKC and Cleveland, the top two teams in the NBA. We're going to pretty much discuss, where do we think they're going to end up, who's going to be able to challenge those teams. We're going to talk about Bronny James, LeBron James' son. It seems like he's been talked about every single day. So, yeah, where does Bronny stand in the NBA? Does he belong here? Will he improve? Would he get better? So we'll kind of dive into that as well. And then there was some big news this past week with Wemby from San Antonio, Victor Wembanyama, out for the season. He had a blood clot in his shoulder, I believe. So we're going to kind of dive into that. It's funny how we were just talking about San Antonio on the rise last week.
Yeah.
And now, they, get dealt a major blow like that with Victor being out for the season. So, yeah, we'll kind of dive into that as well. Just to kind of start off, did you watch? I don't know if you watched, but I did. Did you watch that hockey game between Canada and U.S. or did you hear about it?
Nah, I caught all the fights.
Well, no, that was the game, the first game. They just played in the championship game on Thursday, and Canada beat them in overtime. But it's funny because the last episode I mentioned, I don't know if you remember, but I mentioned whenever a team beats a team and they play them right back, I always take the other team.
Yep,
USA had beat Canada a week before 3-1. And then my theory, pretty much came into fruition because Canada ended up beating USA. USA was favored -1.5. So that was anytime a team play a team and they lose pretty bad and they come right back, play them again, always take that team.
He giving y'all the game, man.
Yeah,
He's
so,
giving it to y'all, and it's proven.
Yeah, it's definitely that's a method right there that you can kind of use right there. But yeah, I'm excited about today's show. This is episode 4. You know, we moving along. You know, we constantly growing. I got my man's Reese. You know, I was kind of looking for a sidekick. You know, we didn't like way forced him to come do it. So yeah, but it started with Reese. He does the treatments as far as like coming with a list of talking points and everything to prepare for the show. So, you know, who better to have on and, you know, do the show with me? You know, sound man fucking up, but, you know, we're going to keep it going. But, yeah, we chilling today. It's, you know, definitely going to be a really, really good episode. We ain't going to keep y'all too long. We're going to dive into these topics, and then, you know, we're going to, you know, keep it pushing. But for now, we are about to go into paying a couple bills. So we're going to run a quick commercial break, show you our sponsors, and then we'll be right back to get into this.
Right back.
Now, you know how to rock it. Hey, it's Danny. Hey, motherfucking fresh.
And of course, Cincinnati's Flea.
Yeah. Cincinnati's #1 motherfucking barber.
And Cincinnati's #1 motherfucking rapper.
Man, say that shit. Don't talk about, hey, you know, hey, shout out Network Cincinnati.
Shout out Network Cincinnati. Network in Cincinnati.
Network Cincinnati, a reality TV show coming soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And also, the Network in Cincinnati podcast is out right now. You can check it out. It's called Maps, Music, Artists, Producers with me and Magnif. Be on the lookout for it.
Yeah, you know, right now, you know, what we're doing, you know, our main goal is to be a part of this movement to, you know, bring the city together. You know what I'm talking about? Entrepreneurs, entertainers.
Business owners.
Business owners.
Anything you got going on.
Yeah. You know, it's
Get that
all
Denny
love.
Fresh. Is the man.
Hey. So they say, you know what I'm talking about? But, you know, hey, it's always my pleasure. Hey, to get you together.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Sports Talk with your boy Carson. I got my co-host here with me, Reese Robinson. We about to get into this first segment. So we're going to start it off basically, like I said, the NBA's heating up, and this is like the final stretch of the season, All-Star break over with. And at this point, you know, if you follow basketball every year, this is when most fans start to tune in. This is when players start to make those playoff pushes. So, you know, with that being said, I just want to kind of go over, because, you know, everybody knows, they actually played good last night. LA they beat Denver. Luka had his breakout game. So obviously Luka and LeBron naturally is going to be talked about and considered as one of the best duels in the NBA. So let's kind of dive into that. So let's kind of talk about like the top duels in the NBA, because obviously a player can't win by itself.
Right.
Every player needs some help. Let's talk about the best duels of today's game, and then we'll also talk about what you think the best duel of NBA history is. So let's talk about today's game. What you got being the best duel?
I'm gonna tell y'all on the best, in my opinion, and I already know, but because they just started, but I feel like Luka and LeBron, bro, that's like, come on. And then I was one of the people, I was skeptical at first, because I'm like, all right, they both very ball dominant, but then LeBron was just like, man, just come here and do you, and we're gonna play around you. So I feel like LeBron just being that extra piece out there and letting them figure it out, I feel like it just make them real dangerous. Like, now I ain't saying they gonna win, but I'm just saying you can't count them out. And then what them boys in Cleveland is doing, I really feel like it's damn near like a trio.
Yeah.
Because they down there balling right now.
Right,
you know?
right.
I still feel like they don't got an answer for Boston.
Right.
But I feel like the season kind of halfway through, so maybe they can figure it out. You know what I mean? And then I like Brunson and Cat.
Yeah.
I think they
play really good.
He really the missing piece. I mean, I don't know why they couldn't utilize him like this, or he wasn't playing like this in Minnesota. But yeah, I like what I'm seeing.
Right.
Then a lot of people, I don't know why a lot of people are not really talking about what they're doing in Memphis, but like, yeah, they Memphis is clowning right now too.
Who would you consider the duel in Memphis? Jackson and Morant?
I would say
Baines?
I would say Baines. I mean, they just playing good team basketball, but I would have to single out Baines and Morant just because I feel like, you know what I mean, they been on the team for so long. Like they're already, it's pretty much built around them.
Right.
But it's like, I don't know why we're not really hearing about them because they number 2. And, you know, I guess I know why too, because a lot of people talk about the Lakers and what they got going on. So it's like, I don't understand. But yeah, like Memphis looking really good. And I wouldn't want to play them. Ja Morant got he got a chip on his shoulder. And it's like, can he carry your team here? We know he can do it. So it's just like with him staying healthy, it's just like you can't even count them out for real.
Right.
But like, what you think? Who your duo?
I mean, honestly, there's not really necessarily too many dominant duels in the league right now. It's more a lot of like superstars with a whole bunch of collective players. Like OKC, I wouldn't consider SGA got a duel that he's with. I just think he got a really good team around him.
He got a great supporting cast.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, if I was talking about a duel, I would say, I mean, you gotta mention like, I like Durant and Booker as I consider the duel. I mean, they really holding that team up together.
Yeah.
You know, when one misses a game, you can definitely see it. I like, I was gonna really love seeing AD and Kyrie, but that only lasted a half. But they look good.
Man, yeah, that could have been something. Yeah.
So I guess I would take, as far as like a duel, the best 1-2 punch in the league. I would say Tatum and Brown. You know, as a number 1 duel in the league until somebody supplant them from where they're at now. I mean, they're still right in the thick of things, and they still are considered a title contender. I think they got the best starting 5 in the NBA.
Yeah, they definitely, for sure.
So, when the smoke clear, I definitely see Boston being right there. But yeah, Tatum and Brown. I do like Luke and LeBron, even though they're still learning how to play with each other. Yeah. Like you stated earlier, they both are ball dominant. So we got to see how. I think eventually Luka going to have to take the role as the more ball dominant person on that team, and then let LeBron kind of play off Luka, because I think LeBron played better off the ball than Luka can.
Oh yeah.
So those first couple of games, LeBron was mostly ball dominant. Luka was kind of struggling to kind of find a rhythm. But this past game, I seen a big change when they just beat Denver the other day.
I mean, he took he shot like 18 shots the game before. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I mean, I feel like they got to find out, the system, just like how every squad with 2 great superstars got to figure it out. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I feel like with LeBron, he can be more of a slasher. You know what I mean? He can just do more with Luka controlling the tempo. He really want to give Luka the keys for real.
Yeah,
he tried to give
really
it to AD.
Yeah,
AD just.
Yeah.
I've been saying we got to get rid of him.
That's the only problem about AD. He just can't stay healthy. But, man, AD's a problem, man.
2021, I said get rid of that man, bro. I ain't going to hold you. He holding us back.
Right.
It's like we can't rely on you for when it really count. You know what I mean? Because
I
feel like if I'm playing with LeBron, I'm trying to figure out whatever you doing, I'm trying to get on your regiment. Because dude barely get injured. You feel me? If he do get an injury, a couple of days later, he's back 1,000. It's like, I need to be figuring out what that guy's doing.
Exactly.
Because, to play that close and then to be fragile like that, it's like.
It's crazy.
Crazy work.
And then speaking of LeBron, he's now just reached the 3rd most games played in NBA history. So I like to take definitely a moment to kind of give him his flowers as far as like with his longevity. I remember just like yesterday when he made his debut versus Sacramento, as an 18-year-old kid. And, now, 22 years later, it's crazy to think that he's still playing on the level that he's playing on. To be 40 years old, averaging 25 points a game. I mean, that's and who he dunked on last week? He just dunked on somebody.
Oh, you talking about on Williams?
Yeah, on Williams for the Hornets.
Yeah.
Come on now, at 40 years old, man. Like, for him to still be doing the things that he's doing is really a testament to him taking care of himself.
Facts.
The amount of money that he invests in his, in his fitness and his health.
Facts.
Man, this guy is I don't know. It's gonna be hard to kind of put him out the GOAT, category. He really on Jordan heels.
Yeah.
But for him to play as long as he's played, man, and still doing it at such a high level.
Right. That's what it got to count for something, man. Like,
Exactly.
to be this, and then it's like on a back-to-back. He dropped 40 on the second night of a back-to-back.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, come on, man. Then they said he had 11 turnovers, but it's like, is this the softest defensive error? Like, are they really playing defense? If you got 11 turnovers, so it's just like I be trying to end that myth because they like there's no defense in this era, and that's crazy work. Like,
It's definitely playing some defense. It's just a faster, more athletic game. And LeBron's game has been through like different transitions throughout his career. Like when he first came in, he was just like an athletic freak. And then, in Miami, he became a more complete player. Mm-hmm. And in Cleveland, he started to develop his jump shot. And then, where he at now, his jumpers now is better as it's ever been.
Man.
Like he's lightweight become one of the best shooters in the league. And then he's so physically powerful down low where these kids can't guard him. He's just too strong. Because now he got his grown man strength now. So you just can't guard him. And man, it's amazing. I mean, I can literally see LeBron playing like another 3-4 years if he wanted to.
for sure.
And he'll still be productive. So
Shit, what I like about him is like he adapted every time the game changed.
yeah.
When it was two big slow dudes, when it went down to the stretch four, now everybody running small, now everybody shooting threes. He literally adapted to every time,
era.
and it's like he is still top 10. I mean, if you want to play with the numbers, but to be 40 and even to be top 20 in the league is crazy.
No, he's definitely.
I
I put LeBron top 5 in the league still.
Yeah.
So it's just I'm speechless talking about this dude, man. Honestly, we close to the same age. He a little older than me, but I just know how I feel when I try to go hoop. And,
What?
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can just imagine.
Pull hammy, all that. Like what?
So yeah, it's levels to it, man. Before we go to our next commercial break, let's talk about real quick top point guards of all time. Because I know we talk about Steph Curry a lot. Where you think he ranked in the top point guards in NBA history?
I think you kind of got to make like a whole nother category for him because he's not a traditional point guard. You know what I mean? Like he gonna get his buckets, but he not really putting people on. Like he ain't dropping dimes to where like not saying that he got a decent passing game.
Dropping dimes.
No, so he got a decent passing game. But what I'm saying is like he's never been a top point guard with assists.
Like a floor general.
Yeah, so it's just like, I mean, is it like a new age kind of or just like a traditional point guard?
Well, I mean, you've always had pass first point guards and then scoring first point guards. Even back when I was coming up, I would say a pass first point guard was like John Stockton.
Yeah.
And then you had, point guards that used to score, first, such as like, they say Allen Iverson was a shooting guard, but really came in as a point guard. Stephon Marbury was a scorer, first point guard. So, that's kind of always been a thing. But
it's just like, how do you split
just
it
point
up?
guards in general, So my top 5 point guards is Magic, Stockton, Curry, Isaiah Thomas, and let me see. We got Magic, Stockton, Curry, Isaiah Thomas, and then if I had to put a 5 point guards of all time, I would say probably Steve Nash. I like Nash a lot. Nash was dope.
Yeah, he was a general.
He was. That's what I mean. That's just off the top of the head. I'm pretty sure I'm missing somebody.
Nah, but it's top 5. Man,
But yeah, Magic,
though.
Stockton was an animal.
For sure.
And then Curry, Isaiah, and then Nash would be my top 5. What about you?
I feel like I had to really go back and watch Magic play but I did see how effortless it was for him. You feel me? So I would
6'9".
probably, it was effortless for that guy though. Like the stuff he was doing, it was just creative. So I'll probably put him at number 1. I think Jason Kidd. I feel like he
Kidd
just
was nice.
Man, them passes he was doing was
I was
just
between
crazy.
Nash and Kidd for me.
Yeah, but like
Kidd was nice.
You gotta have a certain amount of like, you gotta be an attacker, like to really be an efficient traditional point guard. Like you feel me? So I feel like Jason Kidd, he got that. 3. I'll probably have to say like Russell Westbrook. I feel like don't nobody get this dude his flowers. Hey, listen. Russell Westbrook, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Russell Westbrook, bro, when you just look at the numbers, bro, like he don't got no chips. You feel me? But when you look at the numbers, bro, once you can average a triple or double, like how can you not be considered one of the greats? Because like that's a lot of people don't really do that. Now it's like the norm. Like when you got Jokic and you got Luka, you got LeBron, you got other guys. It's like the norm now. But like I feel like when he was doing that, like that little stretch James Harden went on, like that was unheard of. Like you know what I mean? So it's just like just because, and you could put anybody in at 3 for real. But I'm gonna give Westbrook his flowers for that. Then number 4.
You put Westbrook over Curry?
That's what I'm saying. Are we doing like traditional point guards or more like
if your position got PG behind it, shit, you're a point guard.
All right, well then that'll be a whole nother list for me. You know what I mean? Because when I'm thinking point guards, I'm thinking who can set people up and drop dimes and just do it on some crazy. Like when you're looking at the passes, like. Man,
you got to throw Chris Paul in there if you're talking about that type of point guard.
I mean, I'm only on 3, but then even with Chris Paul, right? Because Chris Paul, he dope, man. You put him on your team, you definitely got a playoff run. It's a chance. You might not get past the first round, but you got a chance. But I'll put him at 4, just because of that. And then with the 5, bro. It could be so many people, bro. But and I don't want to feel like, but it's a toss up for me because like the new age point guards, Luka, dude, he different, bro. Yeah. And then to be 7 years in and the accolades and the stuff that he's already accomplished, it's just like call this like a future pick. Because I know he's gonna go down. He's gonna go down in top 5. For sure. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna add Luka on there.
Luka fuck around might go in the top 10 players in NBA history by the time he's done. Sure. So
like 7 years in, he done did a lot already. So.
Right. Well, shit. We'll go to a quick commercial break and then we'll be right back. When we come back, we're gonna switch the gears a little bit to football, a little bit just for a slight second. We'll talk a little bit about baseball. But yeah, stay tuned and we'll be right back.
I'm from the natty, bitch, fuck your baby daddy. I'm from the natty, bitch, fuck your baby daddy.
Lemonade.
Alright.
Listening to slow jams, me, I built a program. Controversy, punchlines, kingpin, drug ties, IQ above average. Read books, mathematics, hiking with the backpackers. Treat my queen like Cleopatra's.
Famous lamb chop Alfredo. Listen, man. Chef Nim Kitchen, 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. Wednesday through Sunday, each and every week. Fish Fry Friday, breakfast on Saturday, featuring no pork in them. You already know what's going on, man. You know we got straight fire. It's serious, man. Don't forget that lemonade, man. 3305 Rear Road. Tap in.
Base couple top 5 lists, get LeBron his flowers. Now we're gonna get into it. Let's kind of switch the gears to football. We still punch drunk off the Super Bowl about the Chiefs and everything and how everything played out. I was having a debate earlier with a couple of people who was pretty much debating like Mahomes and Brady. So at this point now, is Brady's throne secure for at least a couple more years, or is Mahomes still on his ass? Like what's going on with this?
I feel like Mahomes is on his ass, but I feel like the best way to judge it is what have you done by this age. So if he would have got that one, I think the conversation would have changed a little bit. But
Right.
yeah, Brady, his spot is solidified. You know what I mean? But not saying because like, shit, Mahomes might get another 2 or you know what I mean? You never know.
Right.
But yeah, I think his spot is solidified. But if he would have got that one this year,
Yeah, it would have been.
yeah, it would have changed the narrative for sure.
Right. I'm gonna pause both for that for our previous statements too, because we did talk about a lot on that ass. Definitely, I'm gonna pause that. Gotta pause that
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think you know Brady's the best quarterback ever. I think at their best, like prime on prime, I would take Peyton Manning over anybody. When it comes to like just when they was at their best, Manning was an animal. Like, and I think I'll take a prime Peyton Manning over Mahomes, because even though Mahomes is definitely nice, but I fear Peyton Manning. Like, I mean, it was just like he knew what the defense was doing, and it was unreal. Like when he coming to the line of scrimmage, looking what the defense doing and being able to adjust. Mm-hmm. I think the top 2 ever was definitely Brady and Manning when it comes to reading the defense. Mm-hmm. You know, Mahomes, he don't really show too much of that. I think him and Andy Reid kind of go hand in hand. I would definitely like to see Mahomes play without Andy Reid to see what type of quarterback he would be. But when it comes to just like striking fear in your defense, you definitely got to put, you know, Brady and Manning at the top 2. So, in my opinion, I think Mahomes is the number 3. Best quarterback all time. And then you got Brady, Manning, or you can, you know, swap those out however you want to do it. Probably got to go over Brady because how many championships he got.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, that goes to show how cold Manning really was. Like,
man, Peyton Manning
be in there and not have the chips, but you know, still be very one of the top.
He got 2.
But you know, you setting like the new standard, bro. It's like, you know, Mahomes already got 3. But, you know, it's like we know Peyton Manning is a better quarterback, you know, than Mahomes. But then I think because Mahomes is more like a new hybrid, you know what I mean? So where they can really hurt you dissecting the defense, he can scramble and get a couple extra yards on you and make the difference. But
Peyton was straight out the pocket.
Yeah. He knew
Brady was straight out the pocket.
And he was controlling everything. Like Peyton Manning, the dog.
And that's why you got to get him even more kickback, because these new age quarterbacks, when shit really break down, they can always run. These players right here, it never broke down because they already knew everything that was going on before they even said hike. So, I mean, it was just them two was just on a whole nother level, man. And you know, Mahomes definitely right there. The new age quarterbacks, he at the top. Even though I'm a huge Joe Burrow fan, I think Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow is really got the ability to probably be, when it's all said and done, up there being one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
I feel like he should have been an MVP this season, just because the only other 2 quarterbacks in history, you feel me, once they put up the numbers he put up, and he killed them. His numbers was better. They was MVP. That was Brady and Aaron Rodgers.
That was his best year he ever had.
It was just Brady and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
He topped their numbers.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. He should have been the MVP. That's my opinion. That's how I feel.
But you know, it's hard to give an MVP to a team that don't go to the playoffs. So you know how that go. But
I feel like it should be back to who is just the best player. Like it started to become more like a fan favorite type situation. You know what I mean? It's just like who was the best player, who made the biggest difference, because the defense was non-existent
at all.
But he had to put him on his shoulders. It's like, come on, man, that mean more to me.
Yeah, for sure. And then Jamar Chase definitely deserved more votes for Offensive Player of the Year. I think he got, 1 vote or something like that?
That's crazy, bro.
This man won the Triple Crown. He led the league in catches, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns.
That's crazy.
And he get 1 vote for Offensive Player of the Year.
And I think it might be like a stigma kind of posted on Cincinnati too, because I don't know why, but like it'd be a lot of, I ain't gonna say a lot, but with Joe Burrow, he definitely done switched it around. We used to like Kitna and all them trash, you know, they garbage. But you know, Palmer was decent, and then you know how that go. But now, like, I like Joe, man. Joe, he cold. I call him 30-second Joe.
Yeah, Joe Burrow next year, big year, man. I'm definitely gonna be at a lot of Bengals games next year. Let's talk about the top wide receivers in the NFL. Who you got with that? Give me your top 3 receivers in the NFL.
Okay. And it's any or like, can I project some shit? No, I ain't gonna project nothing. My top 3 right now. You could throw either one of these two at number 1 for me, just with my opinion. But it'll be Jerry Rice or Terrell Owens.
No, not all time. I'm talking about like right now.
Oh, right now?
Yeah, right now.
Right now?
Yeah.
I definitely like Jamar.
Number 1.
Number 1. I definitely like him.
Okay.
There's a lot of talent though in the league right now, for sure. I like Jamar. I'm gonna keep it real too. Like, I like Higgins too. Like, I feel like with them two on the field together at any time, it's dangerous. Like, you feel me?
Yeah, for sure.
Then, man, I don't.
Jamar Jefferson. Number 3.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. And y'all can say what y'all want to say, right? In the league right now, even though his numbers ain't what they used to be, I kind of got to give it to Travis Kelce. Because listen, bro, listen. How do you know what somebody gonna do and still can't stop it?
Yeah, but he ain't no top 3 receiver.
Hey, man.
Hell nah.
Hey, man, that's just my opinion, brother. It's just my opinion. It's
Bro.
like you got to just throw certain
Hell
things in
nah.
there, bro. Like,
Kelce ain't even one of the best. He ain't even the best tight end right now. Bro, we talking about receivers. You got, okay, I got your Chase. I got him number 1. I got Jefferson number 2. And then you got players
oh, you
like
definitely said receiver.
CeeDee
Hold on.
Lamb.
I was just thinking about
Like,
receptions.
damn,
I
you
was
put-
thinking about receptions to touch. You definitely said that, bro.
That's that Pittsburgh Steelers jersey you got on, man.
I knew
Hey,
this
first
was
of
gonna
all,
come
hold
up
on.
too.
Let's stop
Look,
this right here
I
now.
knew it was gonna come up too.
We on Network Cincinnati.
For sure.
And you show up with a motherfucker Troy Polamalu jersey. Come on, man.
Hey, listen. Just like Network in Cincinnati, right? We ain't biased around here, bro. So everybody can come on and do what they got to do,
it's
right?
It's like we all bloods in here. You come in here with some Crip shit on.
Listen, we all know. We know who my favorite team is. We know it's the Bengals. You feel me? But again, I get flyers. Like, my favorite team is
We
the
ain't
Lakers.
Bloods or Crips,
I'm saying,
though.
look, my favorite team, the Lakers. I don't mean I can't rock a Jalen Brunson jersey. You know what I mean? It's just like, but I feel like Brody, he a GOAT, one of them, and I feel like his career is solidified. And Polamalu, one of the greatest to ever do it. Like,
Yeah, Polamalu one of the greatest to ever do it for sure. But we don't really mess with them around in these parts right here.
nah, for sure.
Nah, it's a lot of, I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of Steelers fans in the city though. Like,
Nah,
I
yeah.
went to the tailgate when Cincinnati played Pittsburgh. The city. It's a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans in Cincinnati. I have noticed that.
But that was the first reason. I didn't give you the second reason. The second reason is if you want to get a reaction in Cincinnati, put on a
Steelers
Pittsburgh
jersey.
Steelers jersey.
Right.
And you literally, everybody and their mama got something to say to you. Hey, take that shit off.
Right,
I beat
right.
your ass. Hey,
Yeah,
bro, hold
for
on,
sure.
man. Just listen, man. Let me talk to you real quick. Then I start plugging the show on the network and all the other shit. Like, yeah, nah, bro. I'm with you. I fuck with the Bengals. That's all
Right,
about it.
right.
But, you know, again, we ain't biased, bro. Like, greatness is greatness. So I feel like I can rock this and don't feel no type of way.
Well, I got Chase. I got Chase Jefferson, and that's easy, 1 and 2. So I would say number 3, the third best receiver in the NFL, behind Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. That's crazy. They was college teammates.
Yeah.
I think one day Jefferson gonna come to the Bengals.
That'd be nice, too.
I predict that.
Because I don't think we're going to be able to keep T. Higgins.
Nah, I think I don't know. Joe Burrow talking about he gonna take a pay cut and everything. So.
All right, then say less.
But yeah, so we'll see. You're going to find out here in the next
definitely-
couple of weeks. We definitely going to talk about that, whatever happened with T. Higgins when that time comes. But if I had to say number three receiver in the NFL, it would be a tie between C.D. Lamb for the Cowboys. He nice. He actually really good. And then I like the dude from Detroit Lions too. He hard to guard. St. Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
I like St. Brown. He gets slept on a lot.
Nah, for sure. You could tell just by what Detroit did, though.
Yeah,
Like, it had to be something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
St. Brown, he down there unguardable for real. Because he ain't that big. He ain't that tall, but he's stocky. He kind of like Chase a little bit. Like, Chase ain't really that tall. Mm-hmm. They built like running backs.
Nah, for
sure. So when they get the ball after the catch, they can run and they can do so much stuff.
Yeah, break
so,
tackles.
I like CD Lamb and St. Brown for the Lions as my 3A and 3B. Kind of switching gears here. Let's talk about NBA, OKC, number 1 in the Western Conference. Cleveland Cavaliers, number 1 in the East. Where do you see their trajectory going during this final stretch of the NBA season? Do you see them both going to the finals, or do you see somebody knocking OKC off, or do you see somebody knocking Cleveland off? Where do you see that coming?
I feel like both of the teams, I feel like they got the talent, but I feel like just with the playoff experience, it's not really there. I mean, even if they go deep in the playoffs, like if they play some vets, on both sides, like, if they get matched up, if Cleveland get matched up with Boston, like on New York, or,
Cleveland be beating the dog shit out of New York. They
But
just beat their ass the other day.
I feel like 7 games.
But Boston's a bad matchup for Cleveland,
for sure, because they ain't figured that out yet.
Right.
But I just feel like in 7 games, I feel like you just never know. And I feel like with Brunson and they supporting Cavs, you never know. It can happen. And then with OKC, it's just like the West is always so stacked. Like, even though, like, they got the best wins, but it's like the West is always stacked and it's always close, even though they done kind of moved ahead of the pack.
Right.
But just on any given day, like, anybody from the West could cook OKC, but it's just like, I feel like the experience is going to play a big factor, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then it's just like, well, who would we be afraid of, you know what I mean, in the conference finals, like on the West?
I think OKC, because remember, they was, I believe they was number 1 last year too. Mm-hmm. So I think that they growing up right before our eyes. They already battle tested from the last couple of years.
Nah, for sure.
This is like the 3rd year where OKC really made some noise.
And you can't really stop Shea. That's why.
So I think that this year they are so deep, and they play really good defense. Like because they young, they athletic, they got length. It's the defense for me, as far as like when it comes to OKC. I don't know. It's gonna be hard to beat that team in 7 games, man. It's gonna be hard because you got a player that can score with the best of them.
They can't stop
this guy
Shea.
averaging over 30 points a game.
They can't
for like
stop
the second,
him.
3rd year high average, and then it's another kid on a team that's really a good scorer. I think it was a shooting guard. No, not it's a small forward.
What about Williams?
Yeah. He nice. He nice.
He kind of like
Chet Holmgren just came back. I mean, I'm definitely gonna be tuning in to OKC to come playoff time to see who's gonna beat that team.
No, for sure.
'Cause they tough. A lot of people don't really give them their credit because traditionally, you think OKC, they ain't no powerhouse or whatever the case may be. But man, listen, this team right here might be one of the best teams single season of all time. I mean, this is a good team. I watched them the other day. They just slaughtered somebody. I mean, they play good defense and they can score too. I mean, it's gonna be hard to beat them. But yeah, we'll be right back. Pay some bills here. We'll come back.
Man, how you late to being on stage, man? You gonna be late to your own funeral, man. And quit drinking, man. You spilling shit and Rick Ross 2.0, man. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it, man. Did you spray your beard on enough?
You smell like fried food, bruh.
Man, it's your boy, Funny Man Graham, man.
OG played.
Me and my boy OG played it, man. Y'all gonna see a lot of content, a lot of new stuff coming up, man. Shout out to Network in Cincinnati, man. We
Y'all
grinding.
in trouble. I got moonshine by the quarter gallon, 200.
Stop drinking, y'all.
Hold up. My bad. Shout out Network in Cincinnati. When that app come out, moving that shit like a dope house.
This nigga late at doing everything. Like,
Sports Talk Radio with your boy Carson. I got my co-host with me here, Reese. So, my bad.
Nah,
Reese Robinson.
I was just letting them know. Reese Robinson. You know, they might be looking for you. You can't
Right,
find me
right.
just by
Yeah,
looking
yeah,
up
yeah.
Reese. You know what I mean? So,
I feel it.
You know, it's all
Yeah,
good.
Reese Robinson.
It's all good.
Don't forget the Robinson.
Yeah, please say the motherfucking.
All right, so let's get into, first off, this kind of off script, but I'm a huge baseball fan. Spring training just kicked off. I'm a huge Reds fan, huge Yankees fan. The Cincinnati Reds, they just played their first spring training game, and I'm expecting a really, really, really big season from the Cincinnati Reds this year. You know, the stadium about 3 blocks away from where I live at, so I'm going to be at a lot of games this year. Couple updates about the Reds, something to look hopeful for or be hopeful for. Number one, we just got Terry Francona as our coach. He's a legendary coach, one of the greatest managers of all time. He used to manage Boston Red Sox, and then he managed Cleveland Guardians. So yeah, I'm so happy that Terry Francona is the new coach manager of the Reds. Number 2, Ellie De La Cruz. This dude is scary good. This is going to be the year he put everything together. His first game in spring training, first time up to bat, he hit a 460-foot home run. Second time up to bat, hit another home run. So Ellie De La Cruz is this the year where he might be MVP talk. Last year he had 25 home runs, 67 stolen bases. He's on the cover of MLB The Show, the video game. So this a big year where he really transcends himself up into superstar level type player, Ellie De La Cruz. So yeah, big season coming for the Cincinnati Reds. I believe opening day, which is damn near like a holiday in Cincinnati. Everybody
Definitely
be downtown opening day. People call off work, take vacation days. So
Parades, all that
yeah,
shit.
everything. Opening day, I believe that's March 19th. This is off the top of the head. I might be wrong, but I think it's like March 19th or March 18th, one of them. But I'm so excited about the Reds this year in baseball. You gotta get your baseball game up because we're gonna talk. It's about to be summertime.
For sure.
We're gonna talk a lot about baseball.
For sure,
So
for sure.
I fuss with baseball. So yeah, that was just a kind of. I did watch that game. Their first spring training game. They did their thing. They won. So yeah, the Cincinnati Reds is definitely gonna be on the popping this year.
On that
Expect
note
a lot
too,
of
brother,
talk.
I'm gonna be hitting you up for them bets. You feel me? 'Cause
Oh
you
yeah,
tapped in. I need
baseball. Okay, so when it comes to sports betting, football is the easiest sport to bet on. Right behind that is baseball. Basketball is the hardest sport to bet on, and the reason why is because you can have a team that be winning like -7, and your shit can get fucked up just off some. I want to foul at the end of the game, some free throws type shit, or a motherfucker might just let a motherfucker go hit a layup. Your whole game you done sweat it, got blew up. So the harder it is to score in a sport, the better it is to bet on. Like football, it's hard to score touchdowns.
Nah, it is.
Like you motherfucker might score a touchdown, it might be another 20, 15 minutes till another point gets scored.
Nah, for sure.
Basketball it's too
Back
quick.
and forth, yeah.
So when it comes to basketball, I'm a big believer in take more money line bets. Just like they just gotta win rather than point spread. Now football, I would take point spread. Baseball, you take money line. But baseball is really easy to bet on because it's so hard to score. So a lot of times, like 7th, 8th inning, if your team winning, they start bringing in a closer and all that. You pretty much good. So the harder it is to score in the sport, the better it is to bet on.
So that's where I was fucking up at because I was doing
I don't really
parlays
bet
on
too
NBA.
much on You can't be doing parlays
Nah, I was
on
just like,
basketball.
only
Hell
because
nah.
like I wasn't doing the money lines. And then it's like all you got to do is do what you do every night. That's all I'm expecting you to do. So just off them numbers, but there's always that one of them two motherfuckers, bro, that be a point shy or assist shy or a rebound shy.
Yeah.
So it's like when you said you know, you want to do single bets, it makes sense. Because, bro, one day I spent like $5 on the bet. It was like $250,000. You already said the higher, if they're going to give you all that, you know it's some outlandish shit. You ain't about to get it. So
For sure. Like, you know, the thing about sports betting, man, is just like, if I was gonna start from sports betting, and it's something that I really want to do, and I want to make that my hustle, I would go get a job or whatever you do to make money. I would stack up at least 10, 15,000, and then I would just start doing single bets. Like you putting $20 and doing a 10, 12 team parlay, like you do that 3-4 times, you know what I'm saying? It's too hard to hit like that. You know what I'm saying? So like if you really want to be successful with the sports betting, you just gotta really, you know, just because really you want to win 6 out of 10 games. If you can win 6 out of 10 games, you printing money. So at that point, it's just about how much your bankroll is and how much you betting on a single game. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like you don't really want to do parlays. You know, people don't see what I be talking about, but the people that do it for a living, they'll tell you the same thing. If you don't believe me, look it up online. Like sports betting tips from professionals, they're gonna tell you to do single game.
Nah, I mean, shit, I could tell you right because I ain't never hit off no parlay.
Right.
You feel me? So yeah.
So upcoming episodes, we gonna be having. Well, at least we working on. You know, the Network Cincinnati, the machine behind us. We trying to get. Because you remember I interviewed Darren Stewart from Mount Healthy. So one thing about this show is our foundation is we want to be able to interview the local high school prospects. Like I want it to be like if we show up at a game, then they know like, okay, what they doing here is for a reason.
Okay, same
so I want it to be to where like when we show up, you know, we got to get in tune with the local high schools. The next guy I got on my radar is Jameer Davis. He played for Performing Arts, and Performing Arts. Performing Arts.
Oh damn.
Yeah, he averaged 19, 6 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 assists. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting Jameer Davis. He was the Conference Player of the Year, first team All Conference. So yeah, we definitely trying to get Jameer Davis on. So Jameer, if you're hearing this, you go to Performing Arts. You ain't too far from downtown. We film downtown, so we got to get you downtown. You know, I'm gonna try to get in contact with your mom and everything. I will be showing up at your games. I want to get Cameron Mercer on here as well. Cameron Mercer, he plays high school in West Virginia, but he's from Cincinnati. I know his dad, Craig.
Okay. Yeah.
Cameron Mercer is the #1 rated player in the country from the class of 2028.
Okay.
Yeah. So we got to yeah. He's a freshman.
Yeah, but that's a heavy projection, like.
No, look it up. He's the
like,
#1 player in the country.
If you're the #1 player in the country, and you're talking about the #1 in 2028.
Yeah.
So
like he's so good, they had to get him. Like he was gonna go to Wynn-Woods, but that would have been too easy for him.
Yeah.
So he went to West Virginia. I think he went to the same high school that OJ Mayo.
Was that North College Hill?
No, OJ went to North College Hill, but he also went to before he went. It was West Virginia Huntington Prep. I think that's where Cam at now. So I want to get Cam on. So I'm gonna holler at Craig. I like Craig. That's my guy. So we'll set that up. But yeah, what we really want this platform to start becoming is not only we talk our shit on the sports.
Yeah, but give everybody a local when they shine.
Anybody that's doing anything locally on the high school side, we'll bring them up here. Shout out to my guy Darren Stewart. That was the first high school kid we had on here when we did the interview with him. And that's the direction we're looking to go. Is basically this is gonna be like the one-stop shop for like all up-and-coming high school players to be able to be interviewed. A lot of them, this would be their first time being on a podcast or something like that. So, so stay tuned for that. That's definitely a really, really big portion of the show that we're working on. So any high school athletes that's out there, you can DM me on Instagram, Chris Carson, that's KRISCARSON 513 on Instagram, Facebook, just Chris Carson. And then you can holler at Reese as well. Reese, what's your socials?
Reese Robinson on Facebook, Reese World 914 on Instagram. And all the young athletes, I personally want to have a lot of the young boxers reach out to, because Cincinnati is a great state, great city for boxing. And a lot of legendary things been happening here. So anybody that's up and coming or just want any shine, just reach out to us.
And when you say Reese, it's R-E-E-S-E.
S-E, yep, Robinson.
Yeah, for sure. So, y'all know where to get at us at. That was today's episode. Feel free to call in, or if you got any requests or questions or anything like that, y'all can definitely inbox us as well. If y'all want to come on the show as a fan, that you think you know something about sports and you want to come up here and talk your shit, challenge us as far as like sports knowledge or anything like that, inbox us. We'd love to have you on.
And don't think we're on the same page because we on the same show. Like it's hella difference of opinion. So like, don't think it's sweet. You might feel one way, he gonna feel another way. I'm gonna feel a whole nother way, and I'm coming with what I got. So you feel me?
Right.
Don't come up here if you ain't really got no smoke.
Right.
Because you're going to get singed.
Yeah.
You go get singed.
Right. For sure. You leave out of here with one shoe on.
What you want, the window or the stairs?
Right. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it's been fun, man. I appreciate doing this with y'all. Also, stay tuned to Behind Success. And then here's the thing: we got a relationship podcast brewing that's about to really, really, really shut everything down. So stay tuned for that as well. So it's been a nice episode. Pleasure to be here with y'all. Tune in. Continue to tune in. NetCincyApp.com. Go ahead and download that. Subscriptions, we got different plans. We got the free plan, and then we got the plan where it's the premium plan. Any businesses that want to put their business out there and be able to network with us, go to there, or you can always reach out to us. So yeah, it's been a pleasure. We love y'all, and stay tuned. We'll be back next week.
See y'all next week.
Gotta be top shelf, no dress up. Listening to slow jams. Me, I built the program. Controversy, punchlines, kingpin, drug ties, IQ above average. Read books, mathematics, hiking with the backpackers. Treat my queen like Cleopatra. Surgery, they need a doctor, cause I left a nigga shot up. Wasn't high, I was brought up, but the streets will get you caught up. Bout a collar for $1. Raising my sons to be stand-up men and my daughter scholars. In the black community, they flooded with narcotics. You will catch a body before you see college. Why not be a pilot, but you paying homage? These little bitches freaky, you better wear a condom. And just plead the fifth when you see your honor. I'm sorry that I ever disrespect my mama. Daddy taught us well like AB, I'm a problem. Flexing with an AP on my baby mama. Late nights, listening to slow jam. Mac with a dope sound. Toasting my whole round, we stepping for the city. Yeah, I know we hold it down.